What's going on, guys? Matt Sheldon here from Become Elite, and as you guys have probably guessed from the title of this video, I am now in a video game. The video game is eFootball, which is like the new rebranding of what was Pro Evolution Soccer. So they've rebranded to eFootball, and this game's available on like PC, Xbox, PlayStation, pretty much everywhere for free. It's okay. It's no FIFA, but it's pretty good. But the cool thing about it, and honestly which makes it better than FIFA, is that they have the entire USL Championship in this game, which is the league that I compete in. And in today's video, I thought it'd be pretty cool to go over my stats and guess what my score is for every single category. So I don't want to lie to you guys, I've already seen a glimpse of my profile. I've already seen what I look like in a video game format. I then had Mimi look at my stats a little bit more in depth, and she wrote down my highest rated stat, which apparently is 67, and then my lowest rated stat, which is 52. So right off the bat, not the best stats in the game, but you know, I'm just happy to be in the video game. So first, let's take a look at the video game version of Matt Sheldon, see how that looks. They honestly did me pretty well. If I'm being honest, I think I look pretty good. I don't think it really looks anything like me, but he's a good looking guy, so I'll take it. They got the eye color right. I think they got the beard right. They gave him a little bit more muscle than me, I think. He's a little bit more stockier than I am. They gave him better hair, and I think they made his ears a little bit smaller so he looks a little bit less like a monkey. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. It has me as an offensive fullback, which I think is pretty accurate. It says that my height is 183 centimeters, which is accurate. My weight is 79 kilograms. I have to do some math to see what that is in pounds. 176. That's heavier. I'm 170 pounds. Position's right, club's right, league is right, nationality's right, my age is right, my rating's a D, which is definitely not right, and then my stronger foot is right-footed, which is right. So far, decent. Okay, so now let's get into actually trying to figure out my scores. So first, we'll start with attack. Actually, you know what? First, what we'll do is I'm gonna say my highest and lowest rated stats. I'm gonna guess that. So my highest rated thing is a 67. I think if I'm rating myself as a player, I think the best thing that I have is 1v1 defense, but it's not like getting into tackles and like being aggressive in that way. I think I'm okay at that, but I think what I do best is just being tactically aware of my positioning and stopping stuff without having to make a tackle, if that makes sense. So I'm not actually good at defending. So I think defensive awareness and speed and stamina, I'm gonna put those three at 67. Now I'm gonna do my lowest rated stat, what I think is the worst attribute about my game, besides goalkeeping stuff. I'm just gonna ignore all the goalkeeping. I think the worst thing is gonna be in the attack. And if we're looking at this, offensive awareness, ball control, dribbling type possession, I would have said that it would have been set piece taking, but then this year I've been taking a lot of set pieces and they've been pretty good, not terrible, not great, but I'm guessing just from taking those set pieces that's not gonna be my lowest rated skill. So I'm gonna say finishing is gonna be my lowest rated one at 52. So now I think the best way to go about this is just keep on going up from 52 and just find things that I think are not gonna be strong points about my game, and then kind of see what I have after that. So set piece taking I think is the next lowest one. I'm gonna put that at 53. Curl for crossing, I think I have a good curl on my crosses, but I'm not like shooting curl. I don't think that's gonna be good. I think passing attributes are gonna be okay. Tight possession might be a little bit lower, but I think that's improved a ton in my game. Dribbling I think will be decent. Ball control I think will be decent. Maybe offensive awareness might be a little bit low. I think that's something that I've wanted to work on a lot. I'm gonna say curl is gonna be my next one. I'm gonna put it at 54. After that, we'll go offensive awareness. I'll do 50, let's just keep going up, 55. I think the only one on strength that I could have low would be kicking power. I don't have like the strongest long ball. That's not part of my game. I don't have the strongest shot, so that could definitely be something that could be pretty low. I'm gonna put kicking power at, I'll do 55 again, another 55. This is tough. I'm kind of at a stalemate right now, so I'm gonna work my way back from the top again. So 67, so we'll go down. What do I think is my best after defensive awareness, speed, and stamina? I would say, I'm just confused between the difference between defensive engagement and tackling. I'm gonna put defensive engagement at 65. We'll go tackling at 64. Acceleration is tricky because I feel like I'm pretty quick off the first step, but there's definitely like smaller, more nimble players like that are quicker than I am. I don't think it's one of my all-time best things. I'm gonna give it we'll go 62. And then I'm gonna put jumping also, I'm gonna put jumping at 61. Let's go aggression. We'll do aggression at 60. I feel like I'm really good at heading defensively, like winning balls off goal kicks or flicking it on even off a goal kick, but I really haven't scored a header in like my USL championship professional career. So I think that's gonna be pretty low. I'll say that's like 55. But if it was heading and winning aerial duels, I think that'd be higher than that. For most of my career, I've had a pretty good passing accuracy, pretty good passer out of the back. I think tighter possession is a little bit worse than that. And then ball control, I think is pretty good. And dribbling, something that I've wanted to work on a lot. So I'm gonna say going up from that 55, I'm going to do dribbling 58, tight possession, we'll do 50. I think that's a little bit lower. I think I'm gonna go 57. Low pass, I think is a 59. Lofted pass, 60. Ball control, 60. All right, so I think that's everything. Oh no, I haven't finished the strength. Balance and physical contact. Balance, I mean, I don't fall over that much unless I get fouled. I don't know. I'll just put this in the middle. What is that? I'll just go 60 again. Physical contact, I'll go 58. So now let's compare what I give myself to the actual rating of myself in this video game. So offensive awareness, I gave myself a 55, and in reality, they gave me a 52. So they think I'm worse than I rate myself. I gave myself 60 for ball control, and they also gave me a 60, so right on the money there. Dribbling, I gave myself a 58. And they actually gave me a 60. So they actually rated me higher in that aspect. And that was a little confusing because it's like dribbling skill moves. I don't think I'm a skill move type player, but 1v1 dribbling, I have a pretty decent success rate when I'm going 1v1 off the dribble, usually just dipping my shoulder and going. So if there was like a skill move type thing, I think that'd be pretty low, but actually going 1v1 and being successful off that, I think they're rating that pretty highly. Tight possession, I said 57, they said 55, so close. Low pass, I said 59, and they rated me a 62, which is pretty good. 62 is actually one of my higher stats, I think, for the most part. Lofted pass, I have 60, and they gave me a 65, which they really rated that pretty high, which is funny because I really don't think I'm that good of a long ball distribution type of fullback. Like I think I'm okay, I can hit it when it's on, but mainly I'm doing more smaller passes, dribbling, going up the field. That's kind of interesting. Ooh, missed this one. I was right. I said finishing was my lowest rated skill and I gave it a 52, but it actually was a 51. So messed up there. My lowest skill is actually a 51, but I was right in the fact that that was my worst attribute about my game. Heading, I gave myself a 55. I was right on the money there. They also rated me a 55. And heading, set piece taking, I said 53 and they gave me a 56. So I think that is from me taking a few more set pieces here with the Charleston battery. And then curl, I said 54 and they said 63 with curl. I'm wondering how they rate that one. It probably isn't off the shot because I haven't scored curling shots. It's been like a tap in and a volley. I'm assuming that comes from crossing. So I think that curl where they gave me a 63 is all crossing. So if it is from crossing, then yeah, I would definitely think my crossing is in the 60s, but I was thinking of it more of like a shot, like a curled shot. So a little bit off there. Defensive awareness, they gave me a 59. I gave myself a 67. I wonder how they rate that. Tackling, I gave myself a 64. They gave me a 61. Aggression, I gave myself a 60. They gave me a 64. That's probably from the recent yellow cards and red card that I got at the start of the season. Defensive engagement, they gave me a 60. So I rated myself a little bit higher than that. And then goalkeeper stuff is all 40. So for the most part, I think I rated myself lower on the attacking aspect than they had me. And I rated myself higher on the defensive aspect than they had me. So I don't know if that means that I'm overconfident in my defending or if I'm underconfident in my attacking or both. Now let's see strength. Speed, they gave me 67 on speed, which is what I said was my highest rated thing. I said speed. What was my highest rated? Speed, defensive awareness, and stamina. So I was pretty close because they have my second highest thing is stamina. I just thought I was a little bit better defender with the defensive awareness, but I guess not. But yeah, speed and stamina, I think for me, is definitely my strengths. I definitely want to compare those speed stats to other players though. And then acceleration, I gave myself a 62. They gave me a 64, so pretty close. They actually gave me a little bit quicker than I rate myself. Kicking power 62. I don't think I have the most powerful shot or the furthest long ball. That's funny why I'm rated into the 60s with that. Jumping, I gave myself a 61. They gave me a 62, so that's pretty good, pretty close. Physical contact, again, close. I gave myself a 58. They gave me a 60. And then balance, pretty close as well, 58. And I gave myself a 60. And then stamina, like I said already, just 1 point off there. So I'm pretty accurate for the most part. Going over everything, I think the things that I was most surprised with was, I thought my defensive awareness would have been higher. I thought my kicking power and lofted pass would have been lower. But other than that, I think it was pretty close. I want to pause the video really quickly though, just because I want to compare some of my stats to like players in the Prem, just to see what I got. So I've done a ton of research now over like the last hour. I've looked at players on my team with the Charleston Battery. I've looked at tons of players in the USL Championship. I've looked at players that I've played against, competed with in the MLS. I've looked at players in the Prem, players that I look up to, players that I emulate my game from, just to see stats. And this is hard to say because I know I'm going to get some hate, but I do think overall that they kind of undervalue, especially the physical side of like speed, acceleration, strength, stamina, stuff like that of lower league players. And then they kind of overvalue that in the Prem. And I definitely think the difference, if you're looking at like a Premier League player versus me or players in the USL Championship, is definitely on like the offensive awareness, defensive awareness, technical skills, tactical awareness type stats. But I don't think the physical attributes are as skewed like differently as this. And one example is like, I was looking at, and they have like Marcos Alonso from Chelsea. They have him at a 68 speed and 64 acceleration. But I was like, really? I don't think Marcos Alonso would beat me in a race. He's a fantastic player, a much better player than I am, 100%. But I was just curious. And so I just looked at his top speed in the Champions League, and I think his top speed was right around 30 kilometers an hour. And from the top speeds that I've gotten from my professional teams, from St. Louis to Tulsa, from here, using a whole different range of vests, stat sports vests, player vests, catapult vests, tight end vests, whatever, is usually consistently between about 33 kilometers an hour on the low end up to like 35 kilometers on the faster end. So that just kind of shows, like, I think that, for example, if I was the same type of player running the same type of speed in a higher league, I think the speed would have been up by 10 points or something. But I definitely agree in the technical, tactical area, those players are 10, 20, 30, 40 points higher for sure. It's really interesting though to see that and to be able to compare yourself so directly with other players. And this definitely is a dream come true for sure to be in a video game. But yeah, this is awesome. I honestly probably won't be playing as myself much in eFootball. I'm not, like I said, I'm not much of a gamer or anything, but it's definitely, you know, off of the dream bucket list, the goal list that I had as a kid. Like becoming a pro was always something. This has always been something that I've really dreamt of, like, and imagined myself in a video game and playing as myself, even though I suck. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, peace.